now joined by Olav Kjorven from the United Nations Development Programme. Welcome, Olav.
Thank you.
Tell me about your role at the UNDP.
Well, I am trying my best to lead the policy work of the organization and ensure that our country offices in 160 countries around the world, in developing countries and countries in transition, have access to knowledge and experience and resources in those areas where we, as part of the broader UN, are responsible for providing support on environment and climate change issues, on democratic governance. For instance, we're supporting elections in somewhere in the world at local levels or national levels every 3 weeks. On HIV/AIDS, we are very active in providing support to countries' efforts to stem that pandemic, and on issues of reducing poverty and achieving the Millennium Development Goals. Gender equality and women's empowerment are also key concerns.
What challenges do you face, or do developing countries face, when facing climate change?
They're facing enormous challenges, and I think it's difficult to overestimate the seriousness of this. Because as we have saturated the atmosphere with carbon and other greenhouse gases, the impacts of the changes that is causing, that's bringing about, are felt particularly by poor countries and poor communities, poor people that depend the most on a stable climate for their day-to-day survival. And we're seeing in Africa, in small island states in the Pacific, in forest communities in Indonesia, what climate change can mean. And we're running out of time if we are to really safeguard the future of people, as well as give communities and countries the tools that they will need to move towards a safer and low-carbon future. We're also working with the subnational governments, and that's indeed why I'm here in California for this very exciting summit. 50 to 80% of the decisions that have to be taken to safeguard the future and move towards low-carbon growth, those decisions 50 to 80% have to be taken at the subnational level, whether states, provinces, municipalities, and so on. And what we're seeing here is an enormous groundswell of enthusiasm and commitment to act from regions and states and provinces of rich countries, as well as of developing countries, and of them coming together and exploring opportunities for partnership, and of together tackling these very hard and complex issues. And it's very refreshing to me, because I've been following the climate negotiations for many years. And if you wish the climate negotiations to be a bit unfair, but still somewhat accurate, have moved forward on the basis of, in a sense, nobody wanting to do more than necessary and wanting to pay as little as possible for the overall actions that need to be taken. So you can call it, in a sense, the scarcity mentality approach to negotiation. What we're seeing here is the exact opposite, of regions coming together with an abundance of ideas for how they can contribute, what they can commit to, and how they can partner to make a difference. So nobody's saying, I'm not going to do anything until you do something. They're coming together and saying, let's do something together.
Olav, thank you so much for your time.
You.
We appreciate your attendance. Thanks.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks. Nice to meet you.